Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the Positive Impact Project. Um, I'm going to it's actually working this time. So, of course, I had to pull it off there. All right, so today we are on with Lori Renkar, who is going to talk to us a little bit about her work in the holistic field and answer some questions. If you have any questions for her, feel free to type them in, or you can send them in afterwards as well. So thank you for joining us. If it is the first time you're joining us on the Positive Impact Project, we are really a show about humanity and those who work in a variety of fields for the greater good. And we are so blessed to have Lori on to talk to us today. So welcome, Lori.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So we are going to ask you first what it is you do and tell us a little bit about your work.
Okay. I'm a holistic coach, and I work with clients to help them with their health issues, spiritual issues, emotional issues, relationship issues. The list goes on and on. When I say holistic, that basically encompasses, every area of your life, and that's basically what I'm doing right now.
Wonderful. So tell us a little bit about how you got into this line of work.
Well, when I went to college, I studied pharmacy. I wanted to be, I guess I fancied myself a healer of sort, and I wanted to help other people live healthier. And so I studied pharmacy, and I became a pharmacist 25 years ago. And I know I don't look that old, but
Age is nothing.
I know. But about probably 5 years into my practice, I really started studying natural remedies, and I got very interested in homeopathic medicine, herbal cures and all of that sort of thing. And so I started really studying that aspect of health. And then about probably 10 years ago, it kind of evolved even further into more of the holistic area, where it kind of encompasses the spiritual aspect of it also. I started studying energy and how we're all energy, and how the energy blockages can cause a lot of the physical ailments. And I started studying Reiki and EFT and all those other energy type healing things. And so I've really just my practice has just sort of evolved from just being someone who hands out medication to someone who really focuses on the whole person and what's going on with the whole person. Finding out, what's the underlying issues that are causing this particular ailment or whatever they happen to be having issues with in their life. And so that's kind of how it's evolved.
Okay, wonderful. So it was all kind of a natural process, really, for you. And right now, what kind of services do you offer? What do you do exactly?
Well, typically I work with clients one-on-one, depending on what it is that their issue is that they're wanting. I've worked with people for weight loss, relationship issues, financial issues. I've also studied financial planning too. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, I guess, or Jill of all trades, I should say. And so, it basically, I'm fixing to launch this program online. Instead of doing it one-on-one with people, I'm basically launching a group program to do the same thing that I do on a one-to-one basis, but to do it online so that I can, impact the whole world, and I can have clients everywhere. And so it's basically just a program where, you look at every area of your life, and I have a little chart that you fill out that basically you evaluate, your health, your finances, your relationships, your career, your leisure time, your spirituality, all these different areas. And it gives you a visual to see, okay, what are the areas that aren't working? What are the areas that you're not satisfied with? What are the areas that you want to improve on? And then we go through an exercise of, okay, what would make that area satisfying to you? What would make you happy in that area? And visualize it. What is it that you want? It's not enough to just say, well, I want, my finances to be better. Or I want a better job. What kind of job? Have you ever really sat down and thought about what it is that you really want to do? You know, and so taking people from where they are to where they want to be, you know, that's what the whole coaching program is about. Just helping people make incremental changes that can help them go from A to Z, you know, as opposed to, we were talking about this earlier, having the new year starting. You know, everybody's talking about resolutions, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and I think so many people get caught up in the big picture, and they want, you know, they want to go from, you know, where they are to where they want to be in January, you know, and then when it doesn't happen, then they quit for the rest of the year. It's kind of like people that join a gym in January, you know, it's like how many people join a gym in January, and then by February it's empty again, because you haven't really made, you know, small incremental changes that you can sustain. You know, when you talk about, okay, I need to exercise 4 times a week, you know, most people are so busy, that's why they're not doing it. So to set yourself up for failure, you're going to say, I'm going to exercise 4 days a week, you know, every week now, you know, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Well, it's like, more than likely you're not. You know, you're setting yourself up to fail if that's what you're going to set as your New Year's resolution. Why not, instead of saying that, say, you know what, sometime in the next 7 days, I can do some sort of physical activity one day, just one day. Most people could probably fit that into their schedule. And so that sets them up for success. And you can do that kind of incremental changes in any area of your life, as opposed to, you know, really just trying to go all in and make all these drastic changes and fail and then get discouraged and quit. You know, if you can set yourself up for success by just creating this one small little step that you're going to take towards your goal, well, then you build your confidence up. You know, your belief in yourself, it grows, you know, because, you know what, I could do this, you know, I can take this one little step. And then you take another one and another one and another one. You've heard the thing, how do you eat an elephant? You know, one bite at a time, you know. You're not going to get where you want to go by just, you know, doing a complete overhaul of your life. Most people are creatures of habit, you know, we're just not going to do it. And so that's what the coaching program is designed to, is to, you know, take you from where you are to where you want to go in small incremental steps that you can be successful at. And, you know, I'm going to launch it online, and so, you know, you have this other community of people that are also in the same, you know, group with you. They have their own goals and things that they're shooting for, and so it's a way to come together and support each other, but it's also a way to have a system of accountability. You know, it's one thing for me to say, okay, I want to do this, and if nobody knows about it and I fail, well, nobody knew about it anyway, you know. But if I put it out there and put it on Facebook and in a group and say, hey, I'm going to lose 10 pounds by the end of this year, well, then, you know, I kind of have to do that because I said I was going to, you know. And so that's what the whole coaching aspect is just kind of, you're accountable to somebody for what you say that you want to do.
And creating that support system.
Exactly. And plus
Great.
the synergy of everybody working towards that change together, just that the energy of support too, that you don't actually see, but it's there, you know, people that are sharing that same intention with you. And so,
great.
You know,
that's exciting. That's going to be, and what is the name of the group?
That group on Facebook is called 50 Weeks to a New You.
Okay, is it up already, or is it?
It is up. There's not a whole lot on there yet.
Okay.
But I'm launching it Sunday.
Wonderful.
And so there'll be more information. That the launch is on there for Sunday, and then we'll just start with whoever wants to start. And it would be a good idea to get in at the beginning, because, you know, we're kind of gonna go through the program that I do. And if you start in March, you're going to kind of miss the beginning parts, you know. So it's really a good idea to start now, because laying the foundation is going to be, you know, okay, let's look at where you are, let's figure out where you want to go, and let's figure out how you're going to get there, you know, in small steps that you can be successful at.
And you were saying earlier, it's the 1 year, right?
Yeah.
So we're starting a new cycle. You were saying
Right,
it's a perfect time for people to start something.
Yeah.
A new habit, a new healthier habit.
Right, yeah. 2017, from a numerical standpoint, is a 1 year, which means we're starting a new cycle. Yeah. Great. And so it's a great time. I mean, this is the universal energy for the whole world. You know, we're all starting this new cycle. And I think that's exciting. You know, I think the last one that we started, I really didn't know much about numerology, you know, so I didn't realize we were starting a new cycle. You know, I was just going, you know, we're turning the page on a new year. So now that I kind of understand and I can see it. You can see how, like last year was kind of a year of completion. It wasn't the end of a cycle. You can see it, you can feel it.
Yeah.
And so we are starting a brand new cycle now, worldwide. And, one of the things in terms of like your project that we're really focusing on are people that are making a positive impact. And what better time than at the beginning of a new cycle? Because, those of us who really want to make a positive impact on this world, we have a great opportunity right now to really shine, for one thing, to take our dreams, I guess, our passions out into the world, because the world needs what we have. The world needs more positivity. The world needs more love and support and compassion.
I was hearing the song John Lennon.
We do, and really we can make that change very easily. It's not something that we have to struggle with. That's our true nature, I believe, is being loving and compassionate towards others. And so we have this opportunity right now to determine what the next cycle is going to be. Is it going to be a cycle of, division and hatred and, strife all over the world? Or are we going to finally just say enough? We just want to take care of each other.
Exactly.
It's really not a hard thing. We just want to take care of everybody. We want to uplift everybody. We don't want to leave anybody behind, because every person that we help and that we uplift the whole world. We may not can see it, but it's true. It's there.
I was thinking too how, like when I do a class that's donation based, and I have to pay for a room, or there are costs involved, but I make it donation based, and I'll have some people who can't pay, and other people who are very generous with their paying, and it ends up working out just fine.
Yeah.
And I was thinking it's kind of like the whole world, those of us who can take care of others, we need to do that, and not worry about, well, you need to pull your weight. Well, you know what? They are part of this world, and they have a special purpose, even if it is to show us our own humanity, or give us something to take care of. Because some of us are naturally inclined a certain way, and I feel like it all is cohesive, and we need to appreciate all of that and what everybody brings to the world. But I feel like this project, the Positive Impact Project, and people like you are giving other people permission to be humanitarian, giving everyone permission, because I think that everybody has that need inside them, a way of expressing this individual aspect of the divine, and I think that it comes out in different ways. So I feel like if we do it, if we shout it out, if you do this wonderful work with others, that it's giving permission to those people who haven't done it yet, that they should be doing it too. That we need to take care of each other, and sometimes you need help.
It's contagious. It's like a virus. The more you do it and share it with other people, then, like you said, it gives them the hope and the belief that I can do that.
Right.
And I was telling you earlier, I said, the way I kind of see it is, we all walk around in like a little bubble, and we have a sphere of influence of people that we touch every day, strangers that we pass going to a grocery store or wherever, and we have the opportunity to bless them. I think that's one of the simplest things that you can do to uplift not only yourself, but everybody else around you. It's just when you're walking around blessing other people or saying, I love you, internally to them. You can't help but be changed if you walk around and do that. I've done it before. I have gotten out of the habit, and I need to get back. This is a good thing for me to put on my to-do list, And I remember when I did it, you pass people like walking out to your car in a parking lot, and you say that, bless you, to yourself, but you'd send that to them. I'd get in my car and I would just grin, because it made me feel so good, knowing that I was blessing them. What does that mean for them? I don't know. It's not for me to know, but I was helping uplift them, and maybe they don't even know why they feel better. Suddenly things that were bothering them aren't bothering them, anymore. I don't know what that ripple is going to create.
Right.
It's not for us to know. All we do is drop the stone and let the ripple go, and then we'll see what, no telling where it's going to end up.
And in Reiki, in energy healing, when you're doing the healing, you're bringing it through you. So every time you do it, you get healed. And then it's up to that person how much they receive and how they receive it. So I feel like it's the same thing. It's you who's calling that energy,
Right.
that God energy, and saying, bring this down, please. So you get blessed too.
You do.
It's a win-win situation.
Yeah, you can't help but be uplifted. Just try it. Try it for a day. Walk around and just bless and love on everybody that you meet, whether that you think they deserve it or not, and watch how dramatically your life will change.
Especially those. Instead of, feeling negative towards someone, just try the opposite. What does it feel like to love them? What does it feel like to bless them? So definitely. So moving forward, you have this coming up. Is there any other pans in the fire projects that are coming up for you?
Well, now that you mention it, I've had this idea in my mind for probably, I don't know, that I started a networking group of holistic practitioners about 2 years ago. And the reason that I started that was because I wanted to be in contact with people that were A, like-minded, but B, that could also maybe come together synergistically and do something like what you're doing, this Positive Impact series. And the thought that keeps running through my mind is that I would like to create I want to call it the Gulf Coast Holistic Healing Center. It's like GCHHC, Gulf Coast Holistic Healing Center. And I would like to open that like in the Galveston area, somewhere, south of Houston. I know they have some stuff here in Houston that people can go to on a regular basis and meet with a variety of different practitioners. But I just have a dream to be able to open something like that for people down in my area, my neck of the woods, down in the Galveston area. And so that's my intention. I'm setting that out into the world.
Wonderful.
To see what comes of that.
Wonderful. That's exciting, and I think that we should have more of them instead of fast food on every corner. We should have holistic healing on every corner because so many people need it.
They do.
And I know they wander, and sometimes they wander into a place like that, not knowing why, but they know they need something, and they're drawn to it. So the more that is available, the better. So that's exciting. Anything else that you want to share with us about what you do or who you are?
I think that covers most of it.
Okay, all right, wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for tuning in. If it is after the fact, not live, you can always send in your questions, and we can see if we can get to those. If you have any questions for Lori about what she does. And share again, what is your email?
You can find me on Facebook, Lori Renkar, or I have a page that I put online that I just have positive, motivational stuff. It's the Hope Coach. That's kind of my tagline. Helping others pursue. Now it's going to be empowerment. So, and I also have a storefront on Facebook called Nature's Apothecary Store, which I make a line of all natural products that from chapstick to deodorant to just stuff that's pure without all the chemicals. And then my main website is myholisticsynergy.com, which is just basically kind of the whole gamut of everything that I do.
Great, and I'll post those up too to make sure that you have a link to them. Thanks again for joining us, and good luck with everything, all that exciting stuff coming up. 2017 is going to be a good year.
It is going to be a very good year.
I can feel it. Thanks again, everybody, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye for now.
Bye.